Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question tonight: will Ava Jerome get killed off? Now, if you watched General Hospital today, you know the order that Cyrus told Mason, as far as take care of Ava. Now, I got a lot of thoughts about that stuff that I didn't even sit there and talk about in my review. And as always, you know what we do. We talk about General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and the Beautiful, and The Young and the Restless. Now, earlier I did make a video as far as talking about rules. Things that I shouldn't have to sit there and say, but for the sake of argument, here we are. So, we're going to sit there and have a very fun stream. And, yeah, we're going to get into it. Also, if you saw my community tab when I put out the post, I cannot sit there and get to every single comment. I just can't do it. And I don't know which streamer actually can. So if I do not sit there and get to your comment, do not take it personal. I like to be able to read someone's question and answer it thoroughly, then move on to the next. And that's what we're going to be sitting there doing moving forward. So let's do some roll call. Let's sit there and check the audio, make sure everything is good. And let's get started. Melly Mel is in the chat. Jay Blue's in the chat. Jakara's the one and only is in the chat. Melly Mel, my horror queen, is in the chat. Darby's in the chat. And one and only Nathaniel Gray is in the chat, aka Kojak. Man, I had some questions for your character. throw my girl Betty under the bus. Not cool, bro. Not cool. Laura B's in the chat. What's good, Laura B? I've been good, Jakars. How have you been? De Haviland's in the chat. What's good, De Haviland? I'm still thinking about that. He actually, his character, Mason actually threw Betty under the bus, talking about, well, maybe Betty's out there and flipped. Really? Really? Where where's the loyalty at? You know, it's really funny. I was sitting there thinking about that even before I saw his character. Nathaniel said didn't throw her under the bus. Not exactly. Okay. Jakara said I'm going to snap today. Why? What happened? Maybe I should watch your review. What happened? Jay Blue says Ava sensed something might be going down soon. She's over at Carly's a lot later. I'm not exactly. Jay Blue said yes. I said Mason, you did. Well, you know what? I'm not the only person. Just saying. Just saying. Ariana says, "Hey Albert, you need to hope Paris doesn't see this. He loves." To be fair, somebody in the chat did sit there and say, and Ariana, what's good, Ariana? Somebody in the chat did sit there and say, "You're not gonna like me." That's what I'm just saying. Probably cares about it. You see what I'm so glad I don't have to sit there and ask. I mean, granted, that's something that, but yes, what's going on, Jakar? You say he was going to snap today. Is it about the whole? I actually told you, I'm very curious about that. If you did it, if you put out a review today, did you put out a review today, Jakaris? No one sit there and see what you're talking about. Wabi says that's true. You did. You did sit there and say it. That's very true, Mel. You did say it. I give you your credit. You did say it. My girl did say it. Jay Blue says, help me decode what Cyrus said to Mason, which cast sign was he talking about. He said nephew, but I already dismissed. But that's exactly what he was talking about, though. Dakota says, Albert, I'm going to snap today. You okay? But I'm saying why? Like, what happened? Is this soap opera related, or is this just something that happened in life? Ariana says, I have loved her character, so I hope not. Autumn says, "Hey, Albert, I have a feeling that this was all a plan to catch Doctor." I hope so because I'm going to be honest. Counting, Autumn counting on Gladys to be a good person is pretty stupid. Just saying. And since I can't get in the story, but I will say some strange things will be happening soon. Okay. All right. I'll take your word for it. Double C's in the chat. Jakar said Gladys made me mad today. That's why. Oh, okay. Double C says they may not kill off Ava. Yeah, I sat there and I watched that scene, Jakar, but I was like, I knew. Because my whole thing is like, if anyone expected her to be a good person, for Gladys to suddenly change around and be a good person, then you're pretty much kind of fooling yourself at this point. Ronnie Ryan's in the chat. Was good, Ron? Lionel says, "What's up, Albert? Why would Sasha trust Gladys to do the right thing? I really hope this was a major set." Yeah, and it's funny too, Lionel, because somebody else in the comment section said the same thing. Double C says, "I'm okay if they did Carly." Oh, you mean if they killed off Carly? All right, Jakar, you doing one tonight? Are you doing Are you doing a review tonight? Bobby says I was supposed when I came home from volunteering, I saw Sasha throw it back into Frank Clifford's. Yeah, I did too to some extent, Ron, but at the same time, she was dirty as well. And Martha, let's everyone say what's up to Martha. Seriously, let's everyone say what's up to Martha. Nathaniel says, I will tell you this so you guys can have some understanding. That scene with Gladys was shit 2 weeks ago. Oh. 2 weeks ago. I'm guessing you must have changed it. Davlin says, on set is a rumor that Jocelyn pregnant by her boyfriend. I could not. What? Shot 2 weeks ago. Oh, because I'm not gonna lie, that does change the context of it. Yeah, Mel. I'm not gonna lie. When he said that he had her in the basement, I was like, I'm sorry. What? I thought he was just trying to be, edgy and funny. Um, Nathan says, we were very under the gun right now with the story. The writer's strike is over, so we will get back normal soon. However, lots of changes have been made fast. Hmm. Okay. All right. I mean, I'm liking the Ava stuff. I was just kind of surprised, but you know what? I know there's probably a good reason why your character threw, my girl Betty under the bus. Um, so I'm looking forward to that reveal. I will say this much, Tom. He didn't. Here's the thing, and I said this. I said this in my review. Mason didn't seem like he wanted harm to come towards Ava, which is why he kind of threw her under the bus. Because I'm like, bro, you picked her. Like you picked her for this assignment. Tracy Blue is in the chat. Tracy Steves in the chat. Was good, Tracy Steves. Ryan says if Lee played with Melinda Taz, they both played with each other, Ryan. They both played. And I'm going to be honest, Ryan. Paulina's a POS. That woman is such a POS. Oh my goodness, she's a POS. Jay Blue says, how does Carly have free range with a prisoner from Penville? She's yelling at them. Because she's Carly, Jake Blue. She's Carly. Okay. Oh my god, I hate this phone so much. There we go. And last days in the chat, what's good last day? The one and only Dolly's in the chat, what's good, my guy? What is good, my friend? How you doing today? Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that. I'm not gonna lie. I sat there. I was like, I know. I was like, I know that Broski did not just sit there and just. What's good? How you doing?
How you doing, buddy? All right. Here's the thing. As you can see, there was a quick change in the Mason Ava interaction. So you guys finally got to see my scene with Cyrus. That was the first that we've done. The point was not to throw her under the bus, but I did apologize at the beginning of the scene and took responsibility. I did say I thought we could trust her. Cyrus believes that I am foolish for thinking Betty would ever turn on him because she had no reason to. But she's taken the money and run. She's gone to Mexico. She's ghost. See what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so that's the only thing that, unless it's Ava. But Mason doesn't want it to be Ava. That's as far as I can take it. Hence the pushback with Nicholas, like about Nicholas. Nicholas stated he did not want her harmed.
Yeah.
Cyrus is literally telling me to do something that her husband said do not do. Now, I've been toying with her, letting her believe that her husband's dead this entire time, and obviously this would bother my cousin. Cyrus must have thought it was funny because it was his idea. That is why I couldn't move the body. That is why Austin had one more thing to do, which was to go get Nicholas. However, something else is about to happen, and you guys will understand. You'll understand.
Okay.
Okay. But you got to use a little imagination because, like I said, that Gladys scene you just watched was literally shot 2 weeks ago. We used to be a month and a half ahead. We're 2 weeks ahead. I just saw that something I was there when it was shot last week is airing this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was in this week's preview. I'm like, I was just on set and saw that get shot. I was just there. So we are really under the gun. Things have been super hectic. We are shooting so many things out of order right now. So thank God the writer's strike ended. And we might be able to bounce out of this, but it's going to be a little bumpy. But a lot of things are about to happen. And people are going to be it's going to be interesting.
Okay. All right. I'm looking forward to that.
Interesting. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, that's it. So the point of that scene in the short, what I tried to do, and I'm glad you saw when I started your review, I did try to convey that I was not happy with trying to deal with Ava. Okay, I didn't want to go there, but there's two reasons for that. All right. Um, the main one, I will leave up to you guys to figure out. You all can discuss it in the chat what you think the reason I chose that I wanted to play it that way, that I didn't want to harm Ava. All right. I'll let you guys decide, and that will be revealed later. Okay. In a way. All right. However, um, I'm just following orders. Though everyone wants to blame me for everything under the sun, it is not my fault. None of this is my fault, but I'm the new Link, so I'm the bad guy. I have to get blamed
Yeah.
for everything. Um, but this was the whole thing is Cyrus's fault. That's the boss. So blame him. But nobody wants to blame him because everybody loves Cyrus. So I get blamed. Go fuck yourself. All right.
Thank you.
And that's that, buddy. But there you go. There I explained the scene.
All right, thanks.
You got it, man.
You heard it. Exactly, Jay Blue. Exactly. Exactly. Listen, let's everyone thank him for actually coming on to sit and explain that. Let's everyone thank Nathaniel. That was actually pretty cool of him. He is. He is. He straight up is. Seriously, let's thank him. Dan said yes, but once Link was gone, I became the new. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Nate is yes. Also, thank you for joining. Nate Ross. Jay Blue says my mom calls Mason Lollipop. Lollipop, man, I like that. Ariana says it'll be nice if things happen fast. We ready to move on. Yes, 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 it is, Nate. Also, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Um, Nate says, I hope GH never gets rid of Mason. Ariana said, damn. Yeah, I mean, that does kind of suck to sit there and kind of be in that role of the new Link. And I'm just like, because of one bar scene, one bar scene. Last Day says Mason's one of my favorite characters in GH. Big fun. Thank you, Darby. Yes, make sure you hit that like button. It really does actually help. It seriously does. Thank you. Thank you, Darby. Cherry ice cream is in the chat. The amazing, gorgeous, sexy Janet is in the chat. Was good. How you doing, my queen? Jay Blue said they already stressed out Trina and Spencer love saying Trina was like, I'm ready. And what's good, cherry ice cream? I'm not gonna lie, that was actually kind of funny. I mean, I was surprised he was being so skeptic though. Ron says I listened to your review on Wrestling Preacher. I agree with you. So Taylor also wants Sheila dead. Really? Yeah, I did actually do that. Oh, last day. How was your first day? How was your first day? Last day. How was your first day? It's kind of weird saying that, but how was your first day? And Jackie P, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Jonathan, the one and only Jonathan is in the chat. What is good, my friend? As I was saying in the beginning, and I'll say this again since you're here, Jonathan. We have 30-something people in the chat. There's going to be a chance I may miss a comment. If I do miss a comment, don't take it personal. And that goes for everyone. Don't take it personal. It's just there's a lot of people in this chat. So Krista's in the chat. What's good, Krista? Jenna said, I'm doing good. DMB is so boring. It is getting to a point where it's getting annoying for me personally. Is getting annoying. Kyrie's, I see you're trying to piss me off with this title off the stream. Is working. The king is back, baby. The king is back. Oh, Kyrie, you missed the part. I don't know if you came in, but We had Nathaniel here for a little bit. He was snitching, chopping it up with me. Daniel was in the chat. Well, actually, Chief, he actually came on for a little bit, which was really cool. How you doing today, guys? Jay Blue says I'm crying foul. Spencer could get the theater ticket. Says Ed will call or get an e-ticket going back. Yeah, it was a little kind of weird. It was a little kind of weird. You're exactly right. Autumn says I think Jordan needs to do a whole investigation on that dirty Wharton in jail because she was acting really dirty. She was in the room with Jordan, Carly, and Jerome. I mean, I guess because she has such a, I guess because she has such a good reputation that things like that does tend to happen. So it's not like a cause for alarm or anything like that. Now, last day says, I was so scared at first when I first got there, but once I got there, I got done with the computer training. It was kind of boring, and I started my training on the floor. It was good. I am very happy for you, my friend. I am very happy, seriously. Um, Johnson says Sasha should have known that Gladys won't keep her. I said the same thing. It was so dumb. Autumn says also have a feeling Carly is going to connect the dots on that Warden and Cyrus. Ah, see you on Friday. Okay. I don't know. I'm questioning if I actually want to see it now. I might not. I don't know. I honestly tell you, I stopped watching so after the first one, but of course the previews does look good. I will sit there and say that. Nate says, Albert, I watch your channel religiously whenever you post anything with Jesus. Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nate. Thank you. And thank you for joining tonight. Thank you for joining tonight. Seriously, I appreciate that. Really do. All right, Krista, thank you for joining. And thank you for being so cool. I cannot pronounce your name for the longest, and I was like, yeah. So, yeah. So, okay, good. Curry says my queen ever joining going anywhere. That double Saint Claude. I love it. Jay Blue says the warrant was saying too much. Why is she saying that Drew doesn't belong in Penville? It was kind of overcompensating. I'm not gonna lie. And Black Mon's in the chat. Let's get Black Mon. Last day said thank you, Albert. I had tomorrow off and then I work Saturday. I only work 2 to 3 days a week right now, so I can catch all the soaps operas tomorrow. Okay. Seriously, I'm very happy for you. Last day. I'm very happy for you. And also again, thank you, Nate Ross, for actually being in the chat. Johnson says now Gladys and Dr. Creason are gonna get away with it. I don't know. Alyssa, how you doing tonight? Double C, yes, hit the like button. Yeah, let's see where we are with the likes. If this effing thing would move is a little faster, see where we are with the likes. We got 37 people in the chat. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that, Black Man. Seriously, I am. Alyssa Sabrina's gonna get. Oh, tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Here's the thing. I knew it was gonna happen sometime this week. The goddess is in the chat. What's good, Jess? Okay. I guess we got 14 likes so far. So if you are enjoying the stream, definitely hit the like button. It really does help. Yeah, seriously, thank Nathaniel. Exactly, Autumn. Beat that like button's ass. Seriously. But yes, no, seriously, thank you, Nathaniel. You know, Jess, you missed it. Well, when you go back, Jess, when you go back, Nathaniel was actually he came in he came in during the live for a little bit, like talking and stuff like that about a particular scene. So when you go back and you do the replay, you're gonna sit there and see him for a little bit. Autumn says, I read that there's going to be another attempt on Drew's life because why would Cyrus calling Drew a friend? I'm like, Cyrus, you are full of it. Drew is nothing but a pawn in Cyrus' game with Sonny. That's true. Just says, where's Nathaniel at? He was in here earlier. He actually came in, when you go back, he actually came in during the stream. So he was, where he came in the live stream. And he talked for a little bit about a particular scene. So he hopped on for a little bit. Which is actually pretty cool. Yeah, I was gonna sit there and say I knew a lot of Springer fans was gonna be happy about that scene. But yes, he hopped on for a little bit. Process of water Emmett poison. Because he's a he's not a good person. Emily. Emily fan, what you mean if Ava Jerome is killed off in GH? Well, if you watch the episode today, Cyrus gave Mason an order to take out Ava. So Mason's supposed to sit there and probably kill Ava at this point. Alyssa, oh yeah, Admin did poison Ava. Was hilarious, like damn. Then Susan's right there. You, you know, well, I said it's a possibility, Alyssa, because Cyrus told Mason to kill Ava. It was like, yo, listen, she gotta go. She gotta go. Also, I think Teresa did something to the letter. Yeah, I'm thinking so as well. And that is actually J. Lou says maybe Mason will kidnap her and pretend that she's dead. It's a possibility. Danny, what's good, Danny? How you doing today? Yeah. I totally forgot to get. Luna got fired because of Lee. Is a few steps ahead of her. Yeah, but she also got fired because of Paulina, which I'm not gonna lie, I was not a fan of that ish. Um, I was not a fan of that ish. I'm glad to hear that, Danny. Glad to hear that. Emily says, I hope they get rid of Ava, but it's a soap, so no one stays there forever. It is a possibility. But she says, you know what would be funny if Portia stops Sabrina from being together? Trina don't. LOL. Nah, it's already too late for that, though. It is already too late for that. They're definitely going to be together. Yeah, that's a good question, Spike. I mean, that's a good question, Darby. Danny says, what are you talking about today? If Ava Jones going to get killed off? Is she going to get killed off? That is the question. Why does it keep doing that? Oh, goodness. Oh, excuse me. Victoria says, hey, Albert, and everyone says the first time in a long time Cyrus was no hint. Oh, Spirit. He did a little bit. He did a little bit. Oh, my God. And Christopher, how you doing tonight? Thank you, Kyrie. Kyrie says, I stand by. I'll eliminate Cyrus to make Mason a slave. Betty will be my high earner. Mason ain't doing nothing to my Ava Queen. Ava going nowhere. Yeah, I'm not. It's funny, Kyrie's. When I put up the title, I think somebody in the chat was like, "You." I think it was somebody in the chat. They was just like, Kyrie's is not going to be happy about that title. Was good, Christopher. Christopher. Danny says never like Ava. Danny says never like Ava. She needs to go. Oh, okay. Alyssa say, yeah, I kind of felt bad for Melinda, but she did. She was not exactly the best. Yeah, she definitely did jump to conclusions and stuff like that. She got a lot of stuff wrong, but I just didn't like what Pauline was doing because it's like she made it personal, and it's like that's not how you conduct business. You don't sit there and fire somebody um off of feelings. Rosen said, "I hope Chase doesn't kill off Ava." Harriet says, "I was livid the moment I saw that title." Carrie says, "I don't need another title like that again. Next time I'm going to sing just." Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. Johnson says if Sloan tampered the DNA results of Nicole's baby gets revealed, she could lose her law license, and then what will Melinda do? That's true. That's actually very true. And it'd be kind of crazy because both of them will be out of a job. When you start to think about it, both of them will be out of a job. You are very correct, Jonathan. Again, thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that. Danny says, so why not say it was okay? Dolly says, but never forget that Paulina is like, hey, they are great characters. Paulina has her villain moments. Yeah, I mean, I get villain moments, but this wasn't villain. This is just petty, you know? Jay Blue says, I wonder if anyone was in that push to overhear Ava's message to Nina. Now there's a voicemail that can tie Nina to Drew being in jail. Oh, Alyssa exactly how it. This is why I feel bad for Melinda. Got fired because Paulina let go of her own, let go of her on a personal level, and that's not how you let someone go. Yes, I agree. Ron says Sloan is really effing disgusting. She really will do anything to keep everyone go apart. She's really effing disgusting. Oh, Ron. Emily said they need more stories on the Young and Restless. Tucker was behind what happened at Jack's family company. You mean with the whole Billy and embezzlement and everything like that? Danny says not a fan of the new Molly recast. Well, to be fair, Ron, to be fair, Danny, you do got to give her a chance. She was only in one episode. Like she was literally only one an episode, and she didn't even do a lot of lines. Um, unless Danny, unless you actually just want the original actress back. Exactly, Dolly. It's like, yo, you can't have both of them lose their license. I mean, Justin is yeah, he's not exactly a good lawyer. He's not. Double C says Melinda should sue Paulina. She shouldn't fire peace. I'm so glad. Yeah, she should. Um, Curry said TJ looked like a little bee yesterday. Well, you didn't like what he was wearing, or he just looked like a little bee yesterday. Johnson says on a scale of 1 to 10, how angry will Carly be when? Oh, she's gonna be at a 9. Jonathan, she's gonna be at a 9. She's going to be at an effing 9. Jay Blue says I wasn't laughing, but the Golden Bachelor is on in the background. Everyone's dancing. Oh, I mean, Jay Blue said that. Now that's don't they have another? They have that, which is really stupid, but they have another Bachelor too. But it's a bunch of women that's like grandmas at this point. There's like I think it's called what's the women's bachelor thing that's going to come out except for they're older, and I mean like older. Quite quick, it's funny. People listening to asking about you. Harry says when he rolled his eyes when Christina congratulated him. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that pissed me off. That pissed me off. Johnson says the Golden Bachelor. Is that the one with the women, Jonathan? I think that's what I'm talking about, right? The one with the women bachelor, like the really olden one. The gold, yeah. I think it's called I think it's called the Golden Bachelor. So so dumb. White Quick says my science teacher got me angry. Why? Okay, I was wondering about that. I was wondering about that, Jonathan. It's so dumb, though. It's like they are literally squeezing every ounce that they can out of that franchise. Emily says Bella's last episode will air in the beginning of November. Hmm. Yeah, no. Why'd your science teacher? Like I just always have one teacher I just hate. No, but why you don't like him though? Girl says I'm back. I had to film my review, Albert. Oh my. Oh, you did both. Okay, so I'm gonna check it out then. I'm gonna check it out. I'm going to check it out. I heard that Gwen is out for blood. She is. Well, I mean, I don't blame her. Danny says back on YouTube, have a channel again. Okay, well, send me the link. Send me the link when you get a chance. Danny. Just says Brina was cute today. I'm NGL. Spike Quick says his attitude. I think he thinks he's the boss of me. Okay. Spike Quick says I didn't do anything that 60-year-old boomer said yesterday and today. And he says the actress who played Bella said that. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't. But you know what? Here's the thing, Emily. I don't blame her. I don't blame her. She's not given a lot to do, and you know what I'm saying? Like, she got bills to pay. She don't got time for that. Oh, Belle, Belle. Oh my God. Uh, Jonathan, I'm gonna get her name right at some point. I am. I'm gonna get her name right at some point. Yeah, yeah. She look cute. Yeah. She look cute. Yeah. Shakara says stay tuned for a soap throwback review. I'm gonna check it out. Shakara says I'm glad Alar is gone. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not the same by his. I'm not calling him by his first name. He doesn't deserve that name. Though he says I could think of like 10 different storylines for Belle right now. She's a legacy character. Yeah, it seems like they just don't really give an F. J. Bruce says Spencer to the woman I love, Trina to us. Girl says I'll be doing a throwback review on China Hospital. I'm going back in time. Oh, I thought you was gonna do. I thought you was gonna do. Jakaris, I thought you was gonna do a review on what happened today. At least you're being careful with your words. Oh yeah, I mean yeah, Ron, you gotta be. Emily says days of our lives are going to be boring after everyone who is leaving is called it goes. Yeah, yeah, and exactly, Emily. That's why I said to DC, I was like, I'm wondering if the show's in trouble. What's good, Big Nick? Yeah, man. Listen, if you're right, I'll definitely give you credit for it. Um, I'll definitely give you credit for it. Well, it says so. Vivian's going to save Stefan and Gabby. Oh darn! It's about to hit the fan next week. This is going to lead to Gabby's exit. I'll be doing that too. Okay. That's what I was sitting there wondering because I know you said that you were going to snap. So my whole thing about that is that I look at it. Oh, you're doing three. Okay. My whole thing is like there better be. Like quick says, I know. And thank you for watching. I do appreciate that because I saw you made it. I saw you saw a comment on that. I mean, you made a comment, which is really good. I really do appreciate that. Johnson says hopefully there will be new edits and returns on days later. But yes, no, I'm glad that you saw it. Because here's my whole thing. Like, I want to put it out. What's good, Duan? I want to put it out because I'm like, yo, listen. Now you know exactly what's. Now you know the rules. I mean, granted, it shouldn't even be. It shouldn't have came to that point. But it's like now you know the rules. So act up. That's it. I will give warnings, but I am not playing. Victoria says Doctor um Morgan is not a villain. If his only motivation is money, as he's going to lose his medical license. Quick says I follow your rules, but not my son. He can retire. Johnson says addition. I mean to say. Oh, just said what are the rules? Spy Quick says no racism or black right away. Yeah, I mean it's just pretty much you can't be racist to people. Just in general, no racism. Um, can't be combative to people, and I don't mean like simple debates. I mean just like really coming at each other hard. I'm not gonna deal with that, and we're not doing any slut shaming. That's just the bottom line. You know. Let's say I saw the rules for the video and I'll be on my best behavior. Yeah, I do. Listen. I like having you in the chat. I do. Yeah. You're a good addition to the group. There's a lot of people that like having you in the chat. So, yeah, it is why quick. I just don't like that. I feel like it's another form of slut shaming. It's like it may sound like all cute and funny, but I don't find that it's funny at all. You know. Billy says it's Eric. He's a hemball. We can shame Eric. Yes, we can shame Eric. Yes, we can. Um, and Kyrie says, I like having you too, Alyssa. I defended you hard on Sunday night. He did. He did. And I'm pretty sure DC did as well. But yeah, Kyrie's definitely did. That's what I said. You made some really good friends in this chat. You did. And I'm very proud to sit there and just watch people be friends and just have a good time and everything like that. Alyssa, DC had my back too. What? Yeah. Yes, you did. And honestly, tell you the truth, Alyssa, we talk offline as well. So exactly, let's just be nice to each other. We could sit there and joke around and stuff like that, but let's keep it about the characters. And my teacher always says, I don't care," like 100 times if someone gets him annoyed. Oof, he's having one of those days. Yeah, I had teachers like that as well, Spider Craig. Listen, I feel so honored. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like having you in the chat. I do, you know. And Jess says, we appreciate you, Alyssa. Johnson says, uh-oh, is Banner and Hudson coming back to... They didn't actually kill him off though, right, Jonathan? Ron says, don't get me wrong, I love Taylor, but the garbage she was saying that you need to man up. If anything happens to Shayla, they're going to be suspects Lee also. You know what? You're not actually wrong. You're not actually wrong, seriously. Andrea's in the chat. What's the guy? Andrea. Oh, he's not alive. Okay. Duan says, so you still Team Eric Forster? Yes. And it's really funny. I'm glad you asked me that. Because, yes, I am Team Eric Forster. But here's the thing, though. When I sit there and say I'm Team Eric, I don't mean like I have blinders or I have tunnel vision. Okay. Right now, what he's doing is pretty stupid. Okay. He is jeopardizing his health and he is jeopardizing his company on a financial level, which I don't agree with that. I am Team Eric still because I don't like how Eric is. I don't like how Rich is talking to him. He's being condescending. He is being very disrespectful, and I'm not a fan of that. But that's the thing. When I sit there and say I'm Team somebody, which I don't do that too often, I don't sit there and say it in a way where it's like I have blinders or tunnel vision. But I'm actually glad that you asked me that because Emily says Sean needs to get his drinking under control. Yes, when it starts to affect your family and your health, yes. Jess says, I can't believe Gladys today. Really? No, no, no. Seriously, Jess, are you actually surprised? Are you actually surprised by that? White Quick says, also, Albert, but you not liking She's for the Streets, I feel 50-50 on that. You feel 50-50 on that? What the? What do you feel 50-50 on that? Just as honestly, Sam and Dante plan was so it was. If that was a plan, then it was a stupid one. Alyssa says yes. RJ was torn between Eric and Reg. Yeah, and I saw that. I sat there and I was like, I felt like Donna was wrong for that. Donna shouldn't have stood there and put RJ on the spot. And the fact that she can't sit there and recognize that her husband is going through Spy Quick says, I feel like it depends on the situation. I don't know. Dewan says, I did not see any soaps today. I was seeing my doctor. Okay. But yes, I wasn't a fan of that. I wasn't a fan of what Donna did. And you know me, I love me some Donna, but she was hella wrong today. She was hella wrong today. I didn't even produce I don't understand how people actually assume that she was going to be a good person. She was actually going to do the right thing. Like, Sasha was genuinely surprised when she found out that Gladys turned to Ren, and I'm just like, really? 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 After everything that she did. Like Quick says, like, example, if you got cheated on, I'll say. Hmm. I don't know, it's a toughie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, Spike. That's kind of a toughie right there. Johnson says, I really hope Sasha going back to Ferncliff and Cody gets locked up as part of the plan. I hope so too. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, Kyrie's. I told you, those Logans. Trusted. Goddamn Logans. Goddamn Logans. Well, Craig says, well, I mean, I think for the streets can also go for men as well, not just women. Yes, yes, I agree with that. I agree with that. I'm not a fan of it because I feel like it's still a form of S shaming, but yes. Alyssa Sasha should have thought smart about Gladys. Yes, and I agree with that. Oh, yeah, we not doing that, Ron. We're not doing that. We're not sitting there calling women that name or any other sort of name. So we not gonna be doing that, Ron. Okay, we not calling women trans. So let's just get that vocabulary out. Which is why'd you actually put that up there? I gotta sit there and put that as part of my blocking words. Um, Victoria says seeing Sasha strapped to the bed was sad. She should have. Yeah, I was yes, but also I sat there when that guy, whoever it was, when that guy actually pushed um Dante out the room, I was like, I know he did not just put his hands on that. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree, Spike Quake. Ron says, "But how will Finn feel about Deacon being his stepfather?" I don't think that he would care. I don't think he would care. I don't think he would consider him a stepfather either. So I don't think he would actually care about that. Carrie says they are evil, manipulative, self-centered, righteous, man-stealing hypocrites and narcissists. Wow. Why don't you say how you really feel about it? J. Blue says it made me think he was working for the doctor when he pushed Dante out. Maybe. Maybe. Either way, I was just surprised he did that. Like, he pushed him out the room. I was like, bro, are you kidding me? Put your damn hands on him. So I quick said, I understand, though, because we don't want women in the chat. Exactly. And I know Ron is Ron sometimes, but I'm like, that's why I always sit there and give warnings. Although Ron, let's just put it this way, he operates on a different system. I'll say that much. No, says I know that since Adam gave the incriminating information of Tucker and Audra, is going to have him as an enemy. Well, yeah. Now, Emily says Deacon and Sheila deserve each other. They will never change, and no one trusts them. Yes. Just said I thought for sure Sasha was going to record, but it wouldn't have mattered though, Jess. Because that's the thing. Even if they did, that couldn't be used in court. What's the difference? It couldn't be used in court. Spy Quick says, Albert, I mentioned this in Kyrie's video. Sabrina took a plane to New York, but there was a what were they? But there was a what? Just said, how can they fly to New York if they're in New York? Because I don't think they're in New York though. But what these writers are thinking. That what she says. What happened to Deacon's son, little Eric? I'm sorry, Deacon has a son? What the Deacon's son, little Eric. Deacon has a son? Okay, so I see it's just now Jay Blue says Port Charles is supposed to be in New York. Alright, I'm gonna have to sit there and look this up. I'm gonna have to look this up. Hold on. General Hospital, Port Charles, location.
According to General Hospital Wiki, fandom. The fictional Erie County, most likely on the shores of Lake Ontario between the Buffalo, Niagara Falls and Rochester areas,
Okay.
but possibly north of Buffalo, situated on the Niagara River.
uh, I love Jess. She's she's just awesome. She is just awesome. Somebody said, well, I missed the part. Somebody said where it was. Somebody said, yeah, Deacon has a son. His son was being raised by Amber and Brooke's son Rick for a while. Ah. WCCS Deacon has a son older than Hope. Wow. And also De Havilland. Jeremy, you are De Havilland, right? Just said no one who lives in upstate would fly to Manhattan. Johnson says his Deacon does have a son, only he's not called Little Eric anymore. His name is Deacon. Sharp Jr., he should be an adult now. I did not know that he actually had a son. That's so interesting. That is so interesting. I did not know he had a son. Lobby said, "Thank you, Chad, for answering my question." Just as Spencer was bragging about the hotel, and that ish was mid. Hmm. I still can't get over the fact that she called what I had on was fake Siri. That isn't Siri, damn it. Dolly said, yeah, Deacon is old, and never forget Brooke is technically old enough to be Hope's grandmother. Oh, Harry says Brooke Logan tried to press charges for non-child support. I went to court this morning to get the charges thrown out. DNA don't lie, but lucky for me, Brooke do. Spyquick says they could have a lot of hot tub. They could have a hot tub and lots of stuff. Yeah, actually, tell you the truth, I think when DC was in here yesterday, he was at a hotel. He was in a hotel. I mean, he had the hot tub or whatever. Ron says I always thought Port Charles was somewhere near Canada. Valerie said, "Yeah, what's good about? Are you watching it right now? Okay. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad. Here's the thing, Valerie. I'm glad it's on. You know how Hulu does sometimes. Nate says it's a decent hotel. I mean, yeah, it's decent, but I guess the way that he was sitting there bragging about it was like supposed to be like 5 stars or something like that. Now, Johnson says Port Charles is a fictional city in New York, so yeah, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Ron says, Albert, how will everyone react to Deacon and Sheila are sleeping together and being engaged? They'll be upset. They'll be upset with Deacon. They'll be upset with Deacon. That's true. I'm not gonna lie. Taylor was just getting on my damn nerves. Oh my goodness, that woman's getting on my nerves. Emily says Hope is Brooke's daughter with Brooke because of an affair while he was married to Brooke. Other daughter, Bridget. Yes. Yeah, people have told me that in the chat. But here's the thing though, Spike. Right? Unfortunately, that's what happens when the okay. This is what happens when the budget doesn't match the character's wealth. Right? This is what happens when the budget does not match the character's wealth. Look at Young and the Restless. Look at Young and the Restless, and I will tell you everything that you need to know about how the budget does not always translate to the character's wealth. It really doesn't. Alyssa, I literally thought Spencer and Trina would ride to New York, but they don't need to fly there unless they were going to Atlanta or Philadelphia. But yeah, it doesn't always translate too well. Really does not. Now Valerie says Gladys is pathetic. Gladys is Gladys. I don't understand what was Sasha thinking when she tried to trust Gladys to do the right thing. It was almost hilarious to be honest. Curry says it was funny, especially given the fact yesterday I read an interview from Captain Kelly Lang that she gets upset with fans calling Brooke an ash from the valley. She must hate my guts strongly. Well, yeah, I mean, if she ever actually watched one of your reviews, I'm pretty sure she would not be happy. Dolly says Days is a great example. Paulina is a multimillionaire living in that crampy condo. Yes, 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 he is still a bum. Yep, yep. Eric is still a bum. Until I see him get a job, he's a bum. That's the bottom line. That is very true. He is still a bum. Johnson says Port Charles on GH is set in New York State. Salem on Days is set in Illinois. General City on YNR is set in Wisconsin. And B&B is set in LA. Of course, is a real city. Yes. Curry says, if anything, like Brooke will, well, she can kiss my black blank. I said that to her face too, as she got her feelings. Okay. I mean, you can't go back in time and sit there and unsaid what you said. You know. Jay Blue said Days is set in Illinois. Yeah. I did not know that. I didn't know that. But yeah, and that's exactly. And I'm glad Dolly said that. Like Pauline is supposed to be a millionaire, and that place is small as hell. Now, when they did Beyond Salem, and Paulina went to one of her many houses, that place actually looked pretty good. Oh, okay. So yeah, you're right. No, we're supposed to be actually getting a new Abby. But that's the thing, Victoria. He's not wrong. Well, I thought they were in Oregon. I had no idea where the hell they were. So quick says, I was Paulina, the girl you were cursing at that first one, that that first one, or was that someone else? No, someone else. Oh no, that was her. That was her. You're well, you actually watched that video spike quick? Yes. Yeah. Paulina's the one that I cursed out. Yes. Yes, I did. I cursed out Paulina and she deserved every here's the thing, spike quick. I rarely curse in the video. I rarely curse in the video. So if I curse in the video, it's bad. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you. Yes, make sure you hit the like button. It really does help. It actually keeps me in the algorithm. It keeps me recommended in the algorithm. So it really does help. So yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Valerie. But quick says you said she fired this girl because she didn't like her. Yes. Yeah, and Spike Quick, I went off on her. Like I said, I normally I don't curse in my reviews, but but yeah, she pissed me off. I'm like, I'm firing you because I don't like you. Okay. Spike Quick says, is Paulina Chanel's mom? Yes. Yes, she is, Spike Quick. Yes, she is. You know, I don't. Okay, let me ask people in the chat. You know, for Spider Quick, do you okay? If you watch Days of Our Lives, do you think that Spider Quick would actually like Days of Our Lives? Do you think that Spider Quick would actually like Days of Our Lives? Okay, cool. Yeah, we got 23 likes. We got 40 people in the chat. So if you are enjoying the stream, make sure that you do hit the like button. It really does actually help. Perry said that would still be high rated confrontation, me versus Brooke in real life edition. Quick says, I don't know the history of Days, but does Paulina have a reason to hate the girl? Yeah, I mean, she has a reason to hate her because the DA did actually come at Paulina, but the stuff that she came at her for was she was doing her job. Like it was never personal when she came at her. It was always because she was doing um her job. Now Janice says Days of Our Lives is fast paced and very good. Yes. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, thank you, Jen. Yeah, I feel like you would. Even Mel agrees. So because Sheila is a psycho, Taylor and Lee think that if they do something to her, they won't get arrested. Well, I don't know about that. Darby says I wouldn't give Pauline the satisfaction of begging for my position. Yeah, I wouldn't either. I'll just go somewhere else. Carrie says Albert would betray me and side with Brooke, wouldn't you? Of course not. Absolutely not. But you know, that's a good. You know, Kyrie's okay. Let me ask you something, Kyrie's. If you actually did a, if you, how would you actually do an interview with Catherine, Catherine Kelly Lang? How would you do that? Like, would you be nervous because of how you feel about Paulina? Oh, it says it's so funny because Days used to be very slow paced. It's like Days and G swap um places or paces. Slyquake says even if it's not personal, usually all the time the other person takes it personal. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. You're right. When it's people, you generally take things personal. Let's see where we are with the links. Okay, cool. We still got 24 likes. Yeah, you do tend to take it personal. Even yeah, I see that. Ryan Ryan always rides for Days. Ryan is always like Days of Our Lives is the best soap opera that they have. Um Victoria says people are considered people are considered what will happen to GA's pacing now that the writers' strike will end. Are concerned, yeah. They're actually. I'm not gonna lie, Victoria. They're actually doing a good job. They're actually doing concerned. I figured that. Like Quick says, Paulina seems like a serious character. She is. She is. A lot of people don't like her acting. I don't see anything wrong with her acting, Spy Quick, but a lot of people don't like her acting for some odd reason. She's not the one to play around with. I mean, she's not. She's not. But yeah, that's the thing, Victoria. A lot of people were actually, for the most part, they were liking um the writers that was writing for GH. And so now you have these other writers that's coming back. All right, you have a good night, Jonathan. It was good seeing you. Like Quick says, I don't gotta watch these to understand. No. I'm just saying, like, I think you would like these stuff. Mel says Albert is so crystal clear that Eric and yeah, I am so not a fan of those two characters. Kyrie said there would literally have to be like a third party involved in that interview. I don't see myself willingly reaching out to her. If someone pulled up some of my comments, would probably argue dead serious. Okay, no, but I'm saying though, Kyrie. So like, let's say she saw your channel, she wanted to do an interview with you. How would you go about that? You know what I'm saying? Like she saw your channel, she's like, oh, I like your channel, like your reviews and stuff like that, and I want to come on your show. How would you go about that? Very curious. Now, Emily says, I hope Jada rips into Sean next week. Why? I mean, if you don't mind me asking, if you don't mind me asking Emily why. I mean, they're both consenting adults. I mean, yeah, they made a mistake, but like, what would be the grounds for her ripping into him for? They were both drunk. He cheated. Yeah, it's wrong, but Harry says, I'll be like, why? I refer her to you. Oh, damn. Well, you wouldn't want to do an interview with her though, Carice? Is it because of Brooke? Is it because of the character that she plays? Yeah, Carice, is it because of the character that she plays that you just be like, you know what, I'm good? Yeah, no, I said the same thing, Ron. Um, Alyssa, yeah, because of Chris and Dan, they're both horrible writers. The scout writers need to replacement. They're the reasons for Sabrina and Trina getting some romance. Dan and Chris can do that. Yeah, they're doing a good job. Curry says, I mean, if it's what my audience wants, then okay. But for me personally, I'm not really interested. Okay. All right. Interesting. Emily says Sean slept with Jada's sister, and Jada may or may not like the fact that her sister slept with a man. That's true. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. That's why I asked you. I was very curious. Very curious. And sometimes I do like asking those questions because sometimes I do get a different perspective, and I didn't sit there and think of that. Um, Now, Alyssa, yeah, Sean was wrong for sleeping with Talia, but Bella had exactly, Alyssa. You know my rule. This chat knows my rule when it comes to us cheating. Even Steven, even Steven, baby, even Steven. Now, Narayan said something very interesting and very new, so I got to read this first. Ron says, Albert, so fans were right to harass Marcus on Twitter because they were saying that if Tyler was Nicholas, he wouldn't have cheated on Ava. Wow. Well, that's actually the first time I actually heard that before. I have to think about that one for a minute. Billy says, I can see Jada being mad that Sean brought her into his lie and used her as a cover with his consent. Oh, without his consent, yes. Harry says, when I read that interview, she passionate about the character she plays. I passionately hate the character she plays. I don't know her personally, but as of now, that's the only thing we have in common. Ron Barnes says the need to bring Sabrina's storyline to an end is starting to get old. How are you doing tonight, Ron Barnes? And I don't know. I gotta sit there and think about what Ron said. That was all new. That was damn, bro. Got me thinking. Quick says, if you get cheated on, just leave that person because why stay and cheat back? That doesn't make you any better. Well, yes, and that's true. Um, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's called getting even. Even Steven. Nope. 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 I don't agree. I don't agree, Quick. Or even Steven. So actually, cheating back is whack. The hell is not. The hell is not. Quick says getting even doesn't make you better. It doesn't. It doesn't. But it's on the same playing field. No, it's not. No, it's not, Jess. Jess, I love you, but you're wrong. Like you're 100% wrong on that. Curry says we're on the opposite side, so I would not be humbled or starstruck. So I honestly don't even see that interview happening. Now, if it was Quinn, I'll be thrilled. But Quick says I feel like in a way doing that makes you worse as a person. How? They did it, so if you do it, then you're wrong? What? Okay. Yeah, y'all can both agree. Y'all can both agree on being wrong. Y'all can both agree on being 100% wrong. Yes. It's the opposite of right. It's wrong. Jackie B says it's a free pass. Yeah. If okay, let's put this scenario out there. They cheated on you and they want to sit there and make it work. I don't see how you can make it work without actually doing it back. That's just an L I'm just not comfortable taking. Harry says to interview more West and Tyler. Yes, I can see you doing that though. Emily says even if someone cheats on you, you don't do it back. If you make it work, that's great. But oh, well, Emily, I'm gonna have to respectfully agree to disagree on that. I have to respectfully agree to disagree on that. Nope, sorry, bro, still wrong. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Elton, no. Melissa doesn't Bella have a child with Sean and the biological. No, no, it is Sean's. Albert's confident too. Yeah, I'm confident because I'm right. Now, Alyssa says, I don't like cheating, but cheating back makes things even. Well, just read that. Ron Barr said the deal is we all make mistakes. Aren't we allowed to correct them? Yeah, we can correct them by cheating back. That's how we correct them. And I wouldn't even sit there and call. And I wouldn't sit there and say that's a mistake. That's more of a choice. Harry says, well, Albert, when you truly head over heels and love may be you feel definitely not pull that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm sorry, Carries, but absolutely not. There is no. Listen, hell would freeze over before that happens. Albert always thinks he's right. And Jess usually gets L's from me. Jess usually gets L's from me. Jess says, what cheating back gonna do? It's gonna make me feel better. That's what it's gonna do. It's gonna make me feel better. Ron says, then what would that solve? It would make me feel better. That's that. That's what do Ron bars. It would make me feel better. Listen, I'm not denying that Sean was wrong. He was dead wrong, but this is payback, bell back and away. But thank you, Alyssa. Thank you. Thank you for backing me up. Ambassador Sam, what's good? Curry says, oh, we shall see. We shall see. Time will tell. Yeah, time will tell. And hell will definitely freeze over. One quick says, I feel like Albert cheated back before. No. For how long? 1 minute. I don't get it. No, no, no. Hmm? One quick says he says this too confidently. No, I'm just saying it because I'm right. Saying because I'm right, and you and Jess are wrong. That's just no disrespect. You're just wrong. Like seriously wrong. Dolly says, I feel even worse than all about cheating is the way she gaslight him about Jan. She admitted Jan tricked him was a form of assault, but she still punished him for it. Yes. Yeah, I knew she actually had a stronger drink than my soda. It depends. If Spider Quake, if she wanted it to work, if she wants to sit there and try to make it work out, that's the condition. So if she cheated and she wanted to make it work, and like, well, that's the caveat. And if she's not okay with that, yeah. So that's the caveat. Want to make it work? Fine. That's the way we make it work. Yes. Ambassador Sam, all is well, sir. Good to see you this evening. It's good to see you as well. That's what I said, Spike Quick. That's the caveat. She wants to make it work. That's how we're gonna make it work. If not, then she can sit there and exit left. Ryan says so there will be no guilt for that, and both of you will continue looking over your shoulders. Hmm. Got a good point. But yes, that would still be the remedy. Yep, that's right, Jess. That is right. Harry says, yeah, then y'all might as well be swingers. No, she effed up, and I'm correct. She messed up, and I'm correcting that mistake or that lapse in judgment. No, 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 no. Spikequake. Well, first of all, Spikequake, no offense, you're a kid. Jess I don't really have an answer for why you are not actually on. Well, I don't have an answer for you. I don't. Except for the fact that you are wrong. Alyssa Bell cheated and Sean took her back. He cheated back. At the end of the day, they're going to run back together. Billy says sometimes it's not easy to get a divorce. There's no saying it's cheaper to it's cheaper to keep him or her. Yes. Yeah, and that's another thing, Dolly. Sometimes people have kids. They've been together for a long time. They don't want to sit there and break up the family. There's a lot of. Yep, I know. It's right quick. I was sitting there looking outside. Ron said that's not correcting the mistake. That's making a bigger one. No, no, no. That's exactly what it is. It's. I mean, Ron. I mean, have a good night, Jay Blue. Okay, let's put it this way, Ron. I could never sit there and look myself in the mirror, knowing that my girl cheated on me, and just being like, well, this sucks, but it's okay. We'll get through this. And just take that massive L every day, waking up, taking that massive L. I don't see that happening. I don't see myself waking up in the morning. Curry says when you do things to be vindictive, karma usually strikes. Make sure you use protections or you might get. I just. Mm, yeah, I couldn't. Elliot says, I know some folks who have cheated in their marriage right now and won't leave because of money and kids. Yes, exactly. So what do you do then? Have a good night, Jay Bloom. Exactly. Then what do you do then? That's the question. You just sit there and just take it? You just take that massive L? You just watch somebody sit there and violate your trust and then just being like, just say, you're not cheating, back, stop the cab. Just I'm about balance. Okay. At the end of the day, I'm about balance. And I can tell you right now, there'll be a cold day in hell before if I'm with someone and cheating on me and think I'm just gonna just let that ish slide. just let that ish slide. I can sit there and look at myself in the mirror for that. I don't understand. Like, see, the one night that I'm actually not drinking, it's like I don't really understand. Like Craig says, if you get cheated on, it's a W, not an L, because you're the person. It's an L if you stay. No. Well, you know what? You're in high school, so I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you slack. I'm gonna give you slack. Jess, on the other hand, I just and apparently Kyrie says, Albert, you're fronting. You're already the world's second biggest behind TJ. Not when it comes to cheating. Not when it comes to cheating. No, 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 no. Hell to the effing no. I don't understand. Like, well, I don't understand. I feel like I'm losing it. I feel like I'm effing losing it. I really don't. It's just like I'm sitting there seeing some people in the chat and just saying, yeah, you should just sit there and just take it, you know? And granted, yes, especially if you want to make things work or if you want to sit there and continue your relationship, how is that even? It's like I'm in a damn Twilight Zone. Dave, what's good, Dave? Curtis says, please, you forgive her, and then let her make you a sandwich. Oh, Carrie, that's funny. That's funny. That is so not true. That is like 100. Here's the thing, Kyrie. Certain things I could sit there and get past, right? Certain things I could sit there and get past. That is not one of them. I don't give a damn who I'm dating. Alyssa, I like Jada and EJ because they have chemistry, but Jada is better with Rafe. Oh yeah, I love me some Jada. I love me some Jada. Just saying, Jess. Just saying. Certain lines I do not let cross. Just says I'm multitasking. I'm gonna get back to that. Okay, I'm kind of curious about that. Kind of curious about that. Yes. But see, that's the thing, though. I'm really not. That's the thing, Kyrie. Certain things, I will sit there and be like, okay, maybe I could let this slide. I could let that slide. But that, no. So Craig says, how would you cheat back with a random that good? Well, I mean, obviously not. No, or one of her friends. Hmm, maybe. Either way, um, it's called Even Steven. It's called Even Steven. Now, Alyssa, Jada and Ray for Endgame. I don't know. With Ray, he doesn't have a good track record. Yes, by the way. Yes. It depends. It really depends on my emotions, how I feel. I don't know. That's the thing, Spikequake. His thing. I can be very vindictive when I want to be, when I need to be. So it really just depends on my emotions, to be honest. Why you put me into the Duane says if Don and Logan cheat on you, Albert, how long would it be before you I wouldn't. That's the thing, Duane. I wouldn't. Listen, I wouldn't do that for a 10. I wouldn't do that for a 10. Harry says, why would you expect me to say something like that and not Albert? Ron says, so in your mind, getting even is the only way to go. Yes. Yes. Yes, and Ron Barnes, I'm not sitting there trying to be like malicious or come across as a nasty person. I just don't believe in any other way to get it past it. I really don't. I really don't see any other way of getting past it. If I was married to somebody for like 40 something years and they did that, I would leave. I would leave point blank. I would leave. That's something that I just could not get past. There's a lot of things in this world, Ron Barnes, that I can sit there and get past. That's not one of them. Maybe for some people can do counseling and things of that nature, but certain things as a person, you can't just accept. You can't just sit there and move past. There's a lot that I can. That is not one of them. So, like, if that's something that happened, then yeah, that will be the solution because I couldn't get past in any other way. Just couldn't. I mean, like I said, um, Ron Barnes, because we got another Ron in here, so I got to call you like Barnes or something. Um, but yeah, like Psycho says, like when you met and it's over for the other person. Harry says you forgive Donna once she, of course. Oh, my dude is funny. I'm just, that's the thing, Kyrie. Is everyone has limits. when it comes to a relationship. There are certain things that each person you can only sit there and go so far with. And that's something I just couldn't get past. Duan says other way you gotta have that trust back to move on. Exactly. And I exactly Duan, that's why I feel it's like even Steven, you gotta even it out, you gotta even out the playing field, you can't have that imbalance. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean to be honest, I haven't actually seen one part. I haven't actually seen one scene where she doesn't look good. Black Quick says, if I gotta cheat on, I'm leaving and finding a new girl. Yes, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I'm just saying, Spike, like, people react differently when it comes to a situations like that. Like, you would leave. You'd just be like, you know what, I'm done, I'm out, I'm not to dealing with that. And that's fine. But, I just couldn't do that. Harry says, I react worse if she or he cheated with my enemy. Okay, but what if they just cheat with somebody else? Like Craig says, with Molly and TJ, I don't think Molly was wrong though. What? I'm sorry, what? You wanna explain how she's not wrong? Ron says, what if you cheated and you're not happy with the one you cheated with? It's not about being happy. That's the thing. It's not about being happy with the person I cheated with. It's about, well, to be honest, it's literally about just revenge at that point. That's what it really comes down to. But I couldn't just sit there and just let that go. Just as we always say we would leave, but I don't know honestly. Alyssa, if someone cheats on me, I would dump the person. If I'm not in love with that person. Just as we always say we would leave, but I don't know honestly. I mean, yeah. Here's the thing. I can't speak for everyone else. I can just speak for me. Yeah, that's no. Michael says when TJ was away, they had a fight, and he was gone for a while. So Molly had to resort to Brando. Yeah, that's not. Spike, no offense, but that's not an excuse though. That's I mean that's exactly what that is. That's an excuse. It's like, oh, he was gone, and I thought, you know, she rushed and jumped to conclusions. And my whole thing is like the way he forgave that was so hmm, just I don't know. I would have left him, to be honest. Harry said, see, I'm petty, so I'll probably just be madder. I wasn't invited. See, I like that answer. Ron says, even if you leave them, you will always have good memories to go to. Yeah, I mean that's true. That's true. I just, like I said, Ron Barnes. I just know that there's certain things that I could not get past, and if I had to get past that, and that's like a big if, the only way I'm doing that, even Stevens. Jesus, Spider Quake. Um, yeah, he was just completely. I mean, he forgave that in like he forgave that less than 24 hours. Like, no, it's cool, it's totally understandable. I was like, bro, really? I at least sat there. I was like, bro, do you actually have any male friends? Because like, how could you even go back to your male friends and be like, yeah, I totally forgave her in under 24 hours? Like, Like they would sit there and look at him sideways, like, I'm sorry, what did you just say? Let's say yeah, Molly did cheat on TJ with Brandon, and then TJ and Brandon became buddies. Like, wow, the writing of Chris and Dan. They want everyone to be besties. Alyssa, I can sit there and say, yeah, I can sit there and say the same thing about Sean and Curtis. But quick says at least TJ had respect and didn't cheat back. Yeah, sure. That's yeah. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Yeah, he was. He was crazy for that, Jeff. That's exactly. I was like, I don't. I mean, like I said, Spiderquake. He's a kid. Um, Curry says I can see me pulling up my phone, demanding she describe it to me, and putting it on my social media. I'm pure petty. But yeah, no, that was nuts. I'm like, bro, really? Have a night, Laura B. Have a good night. I don't even think it's that Spikequake. That's the sad thing. It's not even that though. Okay, hold on. Now Dolly said TJ had already cheated. He cheated on Molly on prom night when they were kids. All right, then that's a little bit different. Then that's okay. Then that's a little bit different. Okay, then that changes the game. Then that changes the game. Ron said TJ would have known how to shut. His mom wouldn't let him. Then that changes the game. Then. I mean, you could have still he could have been probably pissed off for like a day or something. But that does change the game. Then. Curry says, but honestly, I can see myself forgiving a simple one-time night stand. When you are a way stronger person than I am. You are. Oof, I give you props. Exactly. That's why I said, listen, then that kind of changed the game. But Chris says, well, now Albert's going to say, is her gets back. No, I was going to sit there and be like, well, then that changed the game then. And that's, well, then, yeah, yeah. I mean, granted, but that's a different those fight quick. She doesn't have my philosophy. She cheated over something really stupid. But I can't sit there and be fully upset with her knowing that he did that first. Can't do it. 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 Well, listen, as fun as this was, as fun as it is, I do have to wake up early in the morning. So I think I'm going to end the stream right here. Give myself a few minute head start to try to get some sleep since I have to wake up early in the morning. Yes, like I'm very complicated. I'll sit there and say that I'm a very complex person at times. Curry says, I'll dwell on it and throw it in his face every chance I get. That's just being That's me being honest as well. My forgiveness is toxic a little bit. Well, you're honest. And Victoria says, but I agree on Molly didn't befriend Felix's sister after TJ cheated. The Brando and TJ became friends. Did feel kind of odd. Now Tracy says no passes on cheating. Cheating is cheating and it's not acceptable. I mean, no, I get that. I get that. I'm just I'm a different person. I'll say that much. Well, Craig says, but yeah, Queen Mel, I don't think cheating is good. Cherry ice cream. And Lakeisha, have a good night. Um, and Curry says, good night, Queen Jess and everyone else. Yes, have a good night, Kyrie. Have a good night, Lakeisha. Have a good night, Victoria. Have a good night, Spiderquake. It's always a blessing to see you. Have a good night, Alyssa. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Anjanetta. It was good to see you. Spiderquake says, I wish Lakeisha was here. I wonder what, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lakeisha. Just have to be up early in the morning, so I'm only doing it. Yeah, I put it. Yeah, I was only gonna do for an hour and a half just because I gotta wake up early. So I'll be back tomorrow though. We're gonna chop it up again. Trust me, if I had to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning or three something, I would have kept it going for a little bit longer. Alyssa says his longest days are Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Yes, yes. Yeah, listen knows, and that's usually because I don't have to wake up so goddamn early in the morning. Um, but it was good to see you. Yeah, it was good to see you. Lakeisha. I hope I get to see you tomorrow. Have a good night, Ambassador Sam. Have a good night, Mel, my heart queen. Have a good night, Goddess Jess. Have a good night, Spiderquake. Have a good night, Dave. Yep, she's back in Ferncliff again. Hopefully. And Ruth Albert. Have a good night. Have a good night, Ron Barnes. It was nice to sit there and see you. New person in the chat. Oh, and Jess, check it out. Like I said, well, I talked to Nathaniel in the beginning of the stream, so I'll sit there and send it to you. Have a good night, Valerie. Have a good night, everyone. Stay safe. Make sure you hit the like button. Thank you, everyone, for sharing. I had 10 people that shared my video. That really did help. So keep doing it because we are getting new people all the time. Seriously, we are. Yes, everyone, stay safe. I will see y'all tomorrow in the next live stream. Laters.